Check it out, baby dolls. Welcoming you to Crypto's Juiciest News. What are we looking at for the Bitcoin price? Still unchanged for this Weeky McWeekend, around 94, 95,000. Too lot sitting around here. What's going to happen next? I don't know. No one does. Can go up, can go down. Welcome to markets in the short term. What is your edge? Well, a lot of people, friends, are still hanging around here. And there's quite a bit of a short-term trader leverage out here sitting around here because these people, friends, you see obvious levels like this, but you just know sometimes the market's just like, you know what, I just don't like it today. And then I like it tomorrow. It can do things like that, or it can just start moving up. You don't really know. We are still in January, and I've got to remind you, if the 4-year cycle repeats, which it is right now, the 4-year cycle has been repeating, friends. And remember, the others BTC flipped green. It did flip green. And I remember I said, well, look, in the past times, 4-year cycle repeats, 100 days to the top. And I'm like, well, okay, that's in March. Hey, it's still possible, by the way. It's still possible for the alt season wave 1. Very possible, okay? Because it just takes, but here's the thing, man. Like, 50 days is walking up for the bear market floor. So by now on 27th of January, which is nothing, 2 weeks, that's making the bear market floor. That's not like what happened in previous cycles. See, what am I referring to? It's this part. You see these 50 days, that became the bear market floor for a lot of coins, and the next 50 days was euphoria. Okay, and then alt season wave 1 back in 2017 as well. This became basically the bear market floor, actually for ETH BTC, and the next 50 days was euphoria. I mean, we have not had any sort of move whatsoever, but this is a ping of the others BTC, and then it reversed back in, man. It actually did reverse deeply back in already. So yes, it is the lowest performing alt season altcoin thing of all time so far. Even if it does repeat return-wise 2021, it might make us wait until the end of this year, which is cycle wave number 2. Remember in 2021, it did a 10x for everything in others, 10 to 12x. It did it for 2021 just in wave 1. You didn't even need wave 2. So that's the important part. But what would like the next part of copium be? So, okay, the others BTC, it flipped green like it has right now. It's usually 100 days, but we just instantly started pulling back super deep. Okay, what's the next piece of like repetition of 4-year cycle? Well, because here's the thing, guys, you don't know, man. This is like, you know, I remember I made that video for Shani Boo. I've told you guys, like, man, don't feel bad about, oh, I was meant to time everything, and like, oh, the 4-year cycle. You didn't know the 4-year cycle was going to repeat exactly the same, man. You had no freaking idea. And then only I make everything look so perfect. I wanna be the very best that no one ever was. I make it look so clean and crisp, and I have the charts here and everything, and I put these fractals out, and I'm like, oh, we're just waiting and waiting. But yeah, just because we could do that doesn't mean like it was a guarantee whatsoever. We still got to hold, and remember, altcoins are a long duration asset, even longer than Bitcoin, right? That's why you get the explosive payoff, the rocket emoji in the final year. Now, here's the thing, right? Where would that 4-year cycle repeat be? Well, this is the thing, man. Okay, 12 months after the Bitcoin halving is April, and also in 2017, the previous Donald Trump cycle, it peaked in June. So in June, July, alts were basically, see how it did like this rounded thing up here? That's what might happen, okay? So here is April here, that's 12 months after Bitcoin halving, and then we also have June, okay? So maybe, you just don't know, man, maybe somewhere here, there is, I'll just change it, maybe, okay? Wee, pop, and that's it, and then everything starts bleeding out, but you don't know it's bleeding out, right? It's still having fun here, June, July, and you realize, oh, Bitcoin's actually taken over, okay? And then that's pretty much, that might be it, okay? Until like it starts to go again by the end of the year. Maybe something like that, by the way. And where would this be? Where would this ultimate top signal take us? Well, that ultimate top point up here of this channel, got to remind you, that is so you need to know Bitcoin's price. If Bitcoin is 250K by the end of this cycle, this zone up here is an 8x from today on others, 8, which means the average coin in the top, outside top 10, up to like rank 100 to 200, did 8. Yes, so some do poopy, 4 to 6x. Others do great, 12 to 16x. But the average is 8, overwhelmingly. A lot of them will do 8. And obviously, you're hoping to be like in smaller cap coins. See, so you got core coins and stuff out here. But yeah, what about your ones at like 10 million market cap, 1 million market cap, even under sub 1 million market cap, like Princess Peach and Orange Man Good and Mog and stuff. All of these are sub 10 million market cap and Pika. Yeah, these things might fly. If PulseChain does like 8 to 16 even before the cycle top, these things might end up doing like 40, 50. Okay, so that's just but remember, we did the research. We understand, there's community still here. So we deserve high returns for that. It's not like it's easy, man. Like there's thousands and thousands and thousands of freaking coins, friends. There's 30 chains, by the way. Like Cordanzo's rank like 40, by the way. So there's 40 chains, and there's like 20 coins on each chain that you might see. Like, okay, like if you did enough research, or you can figure out to choose from. 40 times 20 is 800 coins already, and that's just memes, by the way. 20 memes on the chain. 800. How the hell are you supposed to dissect that? That's why it's tough, man. That's why it's literally just a believer's cycle, and that's why, like I've told you, not just PulseChain fans, but like I like that PulseChain is so deep value and contrarian and so cheap. So like any short move snap back up, there's nobody to sell, man. There's nobody to sell, like it's so deeply undervalued, and when people do sell, it's not 2 or 3x higher. You get it? But with Ethereum, look at Ethereum for example. Okay, yeah, there are going to be Ethereum sellers 2 to 3x higher at 6 to 9 to 10k. That's a trillion market. There is gonna be that. Doesn't mean like they don't go up. Of course they go up, but you're looking for higher risk perceived by the market, which is information asymmetry gaps. And if you can fill it, then you have a big advantage, which is exactly what we're hoping to do. So right now, overall themes, as you get to see from anything to do with crypto, we know the 4-year cycle is still playing out the same. This is the others USD chart, right? 3 years down, 1 year up. We're hoping that this one is like, another, whatever it is, 7. This is like an 8 or 9x. Hopefully we get that. We are waiting for, so where are we right now? We're waiting for that Trump inauguration on the 20th. We're also waiting for, I guess, maybe the stock market to resolve itself, waiting. It's all outside of our control, man. We can't do anything. This is a weekly chart of the stock market. I'll put on just on a daily. It's a couple of racism points that are given usually in these charts here. So that's what we're waiting for. And specifically 4-year cycle repetition, like I said, like could peak out in April, okay? Could peak out in June. That's altcoins, alt season wave 1, okay? So could be April, May, June. That could be the top somewhere. Okay, a lot of people believe in selling may go away. So it might be like fun if it's actually buying May. That would be funny. And then it runs all the way to the end of June. And then in July, there's still like these semi-alt season stuff happening, but it's actually topped out from June. It's just you don't know. Like, like things are still, they've moved up, but they're only like 20% off their top or something like that. That would have topped out. But it's going to feel like everybody should be buying. Okay, that's the thing. So you don't know, they're exactly topped out here. Okay, that's what might happen. Okay, and that's what we're looking for next. Also, when it comes to, remember every single 4-year cycle, there was a unicorn that started moving up right now. A unicorn, it still hasn't appeared, right? It still hasn't appeared. A lot of these things like Popcat and Fartcoin, all of these like bigger market cap things, they're on Solana. They're not hitting unicorn status, which is interesting, right? Also, Solana ETH ratio is still buckling. All right, Solana, but look at this. It's still buckling. It actually went up. Now it's flipped red on the weekly super trend. We'll see what the next move is as we go from here. Remember, we all need, friends, we all need ETH. Not just everyone in the, like all of it in PulseChain. Like literally everyone in the industry needs Ethereum to crack its highs. And until that moment, we can't do anything. This is the Ethereum price chart. Yeah, it's at 3,300. Man, what a shocker. Like we all thought when Bitcoin was 100K that Ethereum would be like minimum 5. Minimum 5, right? It's closer to 3. It's not even 4K. It's like closer to 3. See how markets went? They really shock you to the downside as well. They really shock you with your guesstimates. Remember, ETH BTC, this is the real price of Ethereum and is very, very, very low. It's so low, the market's basically saying, hey, you have gained nothing in 8 years on Bitcoin. That's because it's done an 8-year round trip. And it's basically saying Ethereum is a vulture, which I think is hocus pocus. That is the biggest load of BS I've ever heard in my life. You're telling me, the guys who literally innovate so much that Bitcoin has to copy paste stuff from Ethereum, you're telling me that's a vulture market? I think you're wrong. And no, I think you're wrong. I know you're wrong. And by the way, Spoonie's going to have something to say with you. Get him, Spoonie. It's just going to take time for the price to go up. That's what this ratio says, by the way. That's how low it is. You know what's funny, friends? I'm not going to name the names, but I watch some of these like 4-panel Midcurvers. I read some of these mailing lists. All of them, all they do is they describe why Ethereum's down. Oh, Ethereum's down because it's the product market fit, and like people just don't see the value in it anymore. Blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, all you're doing is literally telling me why the thing is down today. Okay, you're literally summarizing retailer Midcurvers. What you should be saying is what I'm saying. I'm telling you, I've got the best thesis of Ethereum in the whole crypto industry. I've literally got the best thesis. The thesis is, market, you're wrong, because you're saying that Ethereum has literally been a vulture on crypto for the past 8 years. You see that? Ethereum market price, you are telling me that in March 2016 to literally 8 years later, you're telling me that Ethereum has added literally nothing to the crypto industry. That is complete wrong. That is wrong. Wrong. That's wrong in every single sense of the word. And not just because Vitalik's got a huge cranium brain. Okay, it's not just that, but everything else, man. From the Uniswap, the perps, the privacy solutions, zero knowledge. Friends, you know zero knowledge technology made by Ethereum dudes, okay? Do you understand that it's so powerful? Bitcoin is going to use it to make like layer 2 chain stuff. It's going to take like 5 to 7 years, but they're actually using it. That's how amazing it is. Ethereum, that's why you read all the Bitcoin maxi guys. There's some guys who are kind of in the middle. They're like, oh yeah, we don't want to admit it, but all the Bitcoin dev guys, they're all reading the Ethereum stuff. That's how amazing this thing is, okay? The network effect. And I'm telling you, market, you're wrong. I don't care. I don't care that your price is down. Yeah, I thought you were cheap here. Guess what? Okay, you went cheaper. You went from being mildly retardio. Now you are a mental asylum retardio. Now there's like no respect for people who are bearish here, pretty much. Because the price has gone cheaper and they're like, oh, I don't like you anymore. Okay, man, like, friends, if you walked into a store, let's say I was actually selling you Nike shoes. Yeah, I was selling you Nike shoes. Let's say it's meant to be $300. I slashed them to $200. You might say, oh, they're cheap. Can I buy them? I go, yeah. Come back tomorrow. And then I come back tomorrow. You come back tomorrow. I slash them again from $200 to $100. Imagine you then said to me, there's something wrong with these shoes. I don't want them anymore. I wanted to buy them at $200. Now they're $100. I go, no, but you still like the shoes, bro. I actually made them cheaper for you. No, doesn't matter. See how retardio, see how stupid you sound when you talk like that? Well, that's exactly what people are saying about ETH BTC now. They're saying, oh, you're cheap here, but no, it's actually stupid. Now it's actually, look, man. When the price goes up, it all makes sense. Now, moving into news, friends, we're going to have some fun here now. So Charles Cuckinson, the Cardano founder, he has gone on a blocking spree for all of PulseChain and Hex community. And yeah, why is he Charles Cuckinson? You know why, friends. Everybody who blocks me gets a nickname. And it was uncalled for. I don't tag the guy. So this is what I found most interesting. I'd never tag Charles. I don't interact with him. Don't want to talk to him. I don't care about these. Okay, friends. I reported on the news. And I guess I just kept appearing so much. It's like, no, PulseChain, no. Remember this video, friends? Charles Cuckinson trying to block everyone on PulseChain.
Hey, whenever you're ready.
Lightning fast speed. Did you see that? Hey. Hey.
Nice.
So, friends, this is obviously we have to slow this video down to 0.2x speed because we've never seen a man with moves this fast.
Hey, set. Do it again.
Hey. I'm speechless. Spoony, I'm going to have to put you in the back row for a bit, man. I don't want you to get hurt in this fight. So, Charles Cuckinson, friends, of course, we now have a new PulseChain campaign, which I have started. Just to let everyone know, I want to see everyone see the point, okay? It'll play out. So, we're going to see, this is the video, friends. Welcome to PulseChain. We love you, all right? That's the campaign. And so some OG hexagons, they have like the reputation is that they're too tangy. They're basically tangang too much. But I don't think they're tangang too much, by the way. Friends, I've never in my life told a single person in the community, hey, be nice to people out there. I didn't say that, dude. I didn't say that. Why? Because, dude, Bitcoin maxis have been calling for Vitalik to go to jail for like 8 years. Okay, so I know you don't need this niceness. It doesn't actually onboard people. Do you want to know what onboards people? You know what onboards people, friends. Have you seen this before? It's a green candle. That's what actually onboards people. Just people coming in and the price going up, the momentum going up. That's it. But Bitcoin goes up for 3 years, so it has that advantage, right? Because it's base money of crypto. That's what it does. So, but we're still going to try this, okay? We're still going to try this. But I just want to tell you what happens, okay? So, if the price is still down in moments of time and you're nice, people aren't going to buy you, okay? They're going to go, oh, look, you're nice, but I just don't like Ethereum. I think we have a better solution. And you're like, what was the whole point of us being nice in the first place? So you had to see it the first hand. However, I just think it's good vibes for everyone out here trying something new. And by the way, if you're sitting on the sidelines, don't you like seeing that as a community, hey, let's try something new. Let's try something, you know what I mean? Like, as if like trying to apply different strategies, like basically trying to pump everyone's bags. It like gives you more conviction on the community. Because if some people are going to ask you in the future, if this works out, hey, how did you know this thing was deeply undervalued after all these things that kept going long. I'm like, well, the community never gave up. It literally just never gave up. It never gave up ever. It's like someone's first restaurant fails. Let's say they open up a Chinese store, they fail because maybe the guy's not Chinese, maybe he's Mexican. And then he's like, well, I'm now going to open up a Japanese store. Maybe that doesn't work out either. And then he's like, you know what, I'm actually going to open up another store. He's like, oh, I'm going to make a Mexican store next time. And you're like, wait a minute, like this guy, he's not giving up. He just keep opening up restaurants. He's like learning and he's getting better each time. You see what I mean? You can see it on the sidelines, but people literally, they're sitting on the sidelines and they're also saying, well, show me the data and evidence that this 100% works. You don't get that, bro. You don't get that. You have to place your bets. If you could get that, the market would price it in already. The price would be higher already. That's why the price is so low for PulseChain, friends. And here is a snapshot of the past 24 hours. The price is so low. So 50% below day one sack here for Pulse. PulseX is minus like 70%. Hex is only 1.5 cents combined. So these prices, they're basically saying there's only like a 1% chance of survival. That's how low these things are. We know the market's wrong. Also, throughout the weekend, friends, I just got to remind you of these as well. So Mark Zuckerberg, otherwise known as Mark Cuckerberg, he went on Joe Rogan and he talked about the corrupt Interpol being bogus. Remember, I've made a breaking news video just specifically for this. This is extremely important because in my videos, I was specifically talking about how the mind share of Interpol is starting to spread along the world. And actually, I made like a prediction. I said, well, like, I think we just started something, okay? I don't think they're right. I think like they kicked the wrong hornet's nest. Remember I kept saying that? They kicked the wrong hornet's nest. Man, like I just think by them going after rigid crypto guys, they completely underestimated this. And when I looked it up, Interpol only have 1,000 employees. There's only 1,000. And there's 250,000 people in PulseChain. So there you go. We already outnumber them 250 to 1. Soyboy Finland government only have 19 representatives. There you go. So we outnumber them altogether as well. Okay, you see what I mean? So, and that's just a start of it, by the way, this corrupt Interpol stuff. So that's why I even have this breaking news, this video out here. Breaking news, Mark Zuckerberg revealed the Interpol is corrupt. So he talked about how there's like, think about this. Mark Zuckerberg is such a fence sitter. The Interpol stuff is, think about this. For a fence sitter, he doesn't talk about controversial stuff. Okay, Mark Zuckerberg is literally a full-on bot, lizard, Kamala Harris puppet and stuff. Okay, we get it. He's a puppet of whoever's in power. We get it. Okay, so for him to talk about the corrupt Interpol and the corrupt governments means it's really, really obviously bad. Okay, like the sky must be blue bad. Okay, because this guy is full-on fence sitter. So that gives a lot of confidence to us. Now, friends, if you're in PulseChain, this is hilarious. Mr. Custard, I love you, Mr. Custard. Mr. Custard sent me this. So the Soyboy Finland government made a video, an instructional video, and I just want you to look at it. How to open a door. Finished instructional video. So it is as funny as you expect. I have the YouTube video. It is freaking hilarious, friends. And the comments are hilarious too. So, I mean, like, this is so good. Kesken kaiken. You will learn to open a door. This is hilarious, friends. This is hilarious. And actually... Friends, if you just go down, there's a comment section. They're like, this guy said, the build up to the actual door being opened was intense. I've never felt so much anticipation in my life. It's still going. It's still going. Hey, ready? This is gold. I can't believe this. Thank you. I wonder if there's a squeaky chair in that room through this door. So, what is that? Man. So yes, that government is assuming that they own a third of my bags. That's the government. Oh boy. So look, man, just think twice before you believe any of this trash fund. Like that's what I want you to basically go through. As well, remember I've shown you many times Finland's debt to GDP record highs for them. They're like 83% now. They used to be like 50, so it's been climbing up higher. So they're looking at targets everywhere. They've never gone after crypto people before because nobody rich has lived in Finland in terms of like maybe a crypto founder or whatever. Richard was the first one. Remember, he's like so far ahead of everyone. But they probably screwed it up for future generations, by the way. Yeah, so with their debt, they're just looking for targets. They put Julian Assange on there. Sweden put Julian Assange on Interpol. It's all fake, friends. It literally is all fake. Whenever you and I hear about someone, it's a retailer thing. It's a retailer trap. Have you noticed that in media? You know how in crypto we're like, oh, we know if a coin makes it out there to mainstream media, we're like, oh, crap, it's a retail trap. How many times have people said, oh, like, I remember like this was in 2021, Shiba Inu, literally at the top. It was all over TV in the news. Oh, this dog coin, some people are speculating can go to $1. It's like a full-on retailer trap. Okay, well, when you and I hear corrupt Interpol stuff publicly, it's also a retailer trap. It is retailer trap for sure. The real criminal ones out there, they either show these like criminal things that like, oh, everybody was wanting them for a long time, which is like super rare, or you just never hear about it. It never ever gets reported or no one really cares, okay? Because there's no story about it. So that's actually what's a very common theme with these. The man's sheer confidence is impressive. You can tell he's a veteran in the arts of door opening. So, come on, man. Like we know better in crypto than to trust this junk. And meanwhile, by the way, friends, just a shout out to everyone at Crypto Banter. But I'm helping you. If you have a content channel, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, anything, and it's even remotely financed, let me just give you some free friendship advice, okay? Do not ever write guaranteed anything. Anything. Don't ever write guaranteed for anything, for any reason. Ever. Because firstly, nothing in this life is guaranteed anyway. Okay? So even 99% chances aren't guaranteed. Okay? But just don't write it. It's just, we have thumbnails on Crypto Banter writing guaranteed 800% crypto investment. You know what I mean? So just be careful with this terminology, friends. You don't know who's watching on the other side of that. They're guaranteed. Oh, because they say people come in, guaranteed. You've got 1 million subscribers. A lot of people must really respect you. That's why they watch you. And they're like, okay, cool. I can put my $300,000 savings and put in. And that's how people end up in trouble. That's why if you've really noticed in my channels, my channel videos and tweets, when I say a joke, I will explain under it, hey, here's the backstory. I go out of my way to do that, friend. That's why literally I am the highest value content creator. It's literally not even close. Like when there's jokes and stuff out here, like I really do make an effort to keep mentioning, hey, this is the backstory to this thing. It's not just like ongoing jokes out here because they ends up being Chinese whispers and people end up unfortunately interpreting stuff differently than how you expect. Plus, we're now in the bull market year where all the nut jobs come out and all our companion pumpers, right? People who like, they don't want to read something for 3 sentences. You know, they stop at 1 sentence and they start pumping whatever it is. So it's just interesting and also sad. They go after Richard Hart, who literally made like, friends, in the Hex movie, the Highest of Stakes movie, okay? We had 2 fraud investigators in there. 2 fraud investigators investigate Hex. And then one of them, Lamont, ends up joining the community. Just think about that. They end up saying, oh, wow, it's a different form of money, different stuff. You aren't interested about that? And then what about all the lawyers? Dude, the same lawyers representing Donald Trump are representing Richard Hart. Also, shout out to Mr. NuclearHerbs and other legal experts out here in crypto. They mentioned that these lawyers, you can't actually pay them. NuclearHerbs said with law firms of these names, like Quinn and all these other names, of these high status, they reject more applications than they accept. Because everyone wants to use them, and these people have a reputation. They just don't want to go sign everyone else because it tarnishes their name, and they just basically end up basically diluting, I guess, their effectiveness. So the fact that they took on Richard Hart and being used by Donald Trump, there's connections there, man. You know, and I don't want to turn it into this like rumor mill thing, but honestly, it is the truth. Also, to show you that the community is fighting back. So friends, all I'm showing you these news, okay, I'm showing you, look, man, yeah, the price sucks. I guess we bought too high in 2021. We're still paying for our sins, okay? I know, I wouldn't hope it would come to this, but you know what, man? Here's the thing, friends. Ethereum people are still paying for their sins. ETH BTC is still low as well. So I don't like saying, oh, we suck, but they suck too. I don't like have that attitude, but it's true, man. We're slingshot leverage on Ethereum, the core. By the way, most of the crypto industry is. By the way, others BTC represents all of that as well. Like everything has not basically shot up yet. Now, you know when things go down, friends, this is where people are, this is what pisses me off the most, but it's altcoins, okay? This is the dangerous nature of altcoins. So when you buy altcoins, you don't know you sign up for this, but you do. What I'm about to tell you is the truth, okay? So it might take a year, everything might pump in a certain year, okay? If they might pump in a certain year in a certain time that you don't know about. However, between now and that period, okay, it's possible most altcoins are down 70%, but the one you pick or the group you pick, they're down like 95%, okay? And so they go down worse than everything else, and they have a bigger catch-up to come up later on. And then they either can not catch up, they can catch up, or they can over-exceed. So it is the volatility of expectations it's much more extreme, okay? There's much more wider range of things. And this is what you now know you sign up for in the next bear market, okay? When you're holding altcoins, you see? But when you see all this and you see PulseChain, PLS still in this wedge, I want to show you even more bullish things out here, friends. The community is fighting back. So we now have Decentralized Me from the PDI community. He's raised funds. He called on God Whale. We raised like $115,000 in like 2 seconds. They're hiring a marketing agency that's worked for many other crypto coins, altcoins, and stuff out there. They're going to be like fighting the FUD now. We're actually fighting the FUD. They're going to get an agency, and they do strategies where like they go to the websites that write the bad stuff, and they pay for good stuff on the website. Okay, which actually, like, it's so simple. I never would have thought of that. Like, hey, let's go to that news source. Let's pay the money and let's write positive articles about PulseChain and Richard Hart stuff. And and they also pay for like podcasts and just like random things. Well, you know, like maybe like just different types of topics and stuff out here just to spread the word out outside of the bubble. Also, I want to show you more. Shout out to Jakub. So Jacob from Poland. He's in PulseChain, friends. Look at this. I have officially submitted a petition urging the European Parliament to investigate the Finland state alleged unjust actions against Richard Hart. If the petition is accepted, it will be deemed admissible. So then, friends, there's a call to action to do these investigations out here. This is an actual real petition. Stop unfair practices, okay? So this is for the European Parliament, because where we know European Parliament, the Estrogen Parliament, 250,000 eyeballs are now alerting millions of eyeballs out there in crypto about the Corrupt Interpol. We know what you're doing, okay? You literally, I'm not joking, man. You kicked the wrong hornet's nest. You should have gone after anyone else. But you know what? I guess this is how God works, friends. Sometimes he gives the toughest battles to the strongest people, so then you can go help everybody else. So this is how it works out, and this is how the story is going to work out. So they go for the toughest, it's a David versus Goliath thing. They go after David. He's literally going to slingshot him between the head, the eyes, and everyone's going to know. And everyone is learning. I had no idea Interpol was corrupt. I had no idea. I looked at it more, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are just literally the European version of the corrupt SEC, which is disgusting. And then, it is shocking for someone to say, hey, on the website, there's 2 claims. One of them is that he bashed a 16-year-old in a stairwell. And we're like, dude, we literally have the stream when he was allegedly doing that thing. His knuckles were fine. Okay, so but the guy, the description was like, oh, he bruised me, and he bashed me, and did all these stuff. Like, do you really think a billionaire's going around bashing 16-year-olds? Do you think a billionaire doesn't have enough money to go maybe pay someone else to do it? Maybe. Or maybe pay the kid even to leave, for example. You see that? Also, the first one, they say, oh, you owe us taxes. That's a load of BS. Okay, so Finland government do not own Ethereum blockchain. They don't own Ethereum blockchain. It is not business. It is not business profits. Okay, my sacrifice that might have gone to a wallet is not business profits out here, which is very interesting how they're wording. I wonder if it's tied to their high debt to GDP ratio. What do you think? Also, I want to shout out to Peter and whoever else did this, friends. So Pulse, look at the PulseChain community is doing out there in the world. Man, you just don't have this out there. Look at this. Somewhere out there in the world, best crypto community. Hex, PulseX, PulseChain. Look at this banner that's appeared, man. Like, this is not a community going away. Where's your shitty little Soylana meme going? Where are they doing that stuff? They're not, okay? This type of stuff. Look at this passion, friends, man. Look at this passion coming out here. You see that? 250,000 people. That's why, like, if you watch me on the Hex conference, friends, I'm on like day 4. My very, very end. I think it starts at like 4 hours 46. If you just fast forward, you'll see me appear in like the middle panel. I explain about the daily user count, which is important, and total user count. Okay, so PulseChain has 10,000 daily users, total 250,000 holders, 250K. So 250K total holders, 10K the daily users. All right. Shiba Inu has 1.5 million holders. 1.5 million. Okay. Why can't PulseChain get to 1 million? And by the way, Shiba Inu got there in 2021, just 1 year. Why can't PulseChain get there? Of course it can get there. Okay. Cardano has 30 to 50,000 daily users. Why can't we also do a 3 to a 5x of our user base and our daily user count increase? If you get a 3 to a 5x user base increase, remember you square it for the price value rise, which means you get 9 to 25x rise. Of course we can do that. Like, it's just going to take the cycle pump. We need Ethereum higher. That's what it comes down to. We need Ethereum higher. But look at this. Doesn't this make sense now? Doesn't it make sense? When it comes to you looking for deep value contrarian, like, wait a minute. There's Corrupt Interpol. There's all this FUD. The candle is red, but I'm literally seeing people come out and support this stuff. You see, friends, you see how we have an information asymmetry gap? All my posting out here is just showing you, like, oh, I guess this thing isn't getting abandoned. Remember, friends, in crypto, that's the number one sin, being abandoned. But then this is like the opposite of abandonment. This is like saying they're actually like basically peacocking out here that we're still alive and we're thriving. Now, if you've been following me, friends, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to play some more Pokemon music. So let's speak about best friends. Welcome to PulseChain. We love you. Charles Cuckinson, though. Okay. Do you remember how Charles Cuckinson said, dude, you're in a cult? That's what he said about PulseChain Community. Dude, you're in a cult. I'm like, bro, firstly, duh. You watch any of my videos, Cuckinson? I've got 18 video titles titled in the cult. But he's trying to like say, oh, you're sick and divorced from reality. That's what he basically said, those words. And by the way, just to let you know, Charles Cuckinson blocked Eric Wall because he said, I'm blocking everybody divorced from reality. Okay. Look what this guy said. And coincidentally, his name is The Ranch Lawyer. People are actually legitimately upset that I sold my Bitcoin at $98,000. It's a cult. Plain and simple. See you below 50K. It's a cult. Bitcoin. It's a religion. What do you mean it's a cult? But you get to see the point. So these criticisms of these random loser words out here, fans. Welcome to PulseChain. We love you, Charles. They mean nothing. Okay, they mean nothing. So what I'm telling you is, any people who aren't long, they will always give you thousands of reasons why they don't think it's cheap enough yet. Okay, but here's the thing. Wait, I know how retailers work. They only think you're cheap enough after your price goes up. Yeah. So here's the thing. Charles didn't think XRP was cheap before Cardano got targeted by the SEC. For 6 years, he thought XRP was expensive trash. Centralized database against the ethos. He said the XRP army was delusional. All these horrendous, heinous things. The day the corrupt SEC goes after Charles Cuckinson's Cardano, he capitulates. XRP army, want to make peace? Oh, now you're cheap. What happened? Oh, because the SEC goes after you now. Now it's going to impact Cardano's price. You're scared of being delisted from exchanges. You're scared about that? Oh, now XRP looks cheap to you, huh? What happened to your principles? What happened to, is it a cult or not a cult? What happened to these? Okay, out the window. So basically, get to see, friends, everyone's full of poop, okay? So there's the extreme cult, bro. This is happening today. This guy literally is calling Bitcoin a cult. So these words, they mean nothing. They mean nothing. Remember, we know how crypto works, friends, because you watch my videos. Memes, cults, religions. It's the archetype. It's a triangle. You start as a meme, you grow into a cult. Great, not satanic Pentagon cult, but actual culture, right, which is a scarce meme. And then you eventually, if you're big enough and you persist enough, you become a religion, an all-encompassing answer. That's what we're hoping PulseChain eventually grows to, by the way. If you buy the religions, you're going to get a religion in return. You're going to get a religion in return. It's cool, but you're going to get a religion in return, okay? When was the best time to buy Bitcoin? When it was a meme. When it was a meme, peer-to-peer digital cash, just a meme. When was the second best time to buy Bitcoin? When it was a cult, 2011 and 2013, the cult of Satoshi. It was 30 cents and then $300, I think, when it was made the articles. You see? When was the third best time to buy Bitcoin? Now. That's it. But when's the first and second time best? Well, would you rather buy Bitcoin at $100,000, friends, or 30 cents? When it's just a meme. Okay, what about when it was called a cult? It was $30. What about, it was actually 30 cents for the first time it was called a cult. 30 cents. Do you want to buy it at 30 cents? What about $300 still? Is that still expensive? No, it's not. So you understand these value propositions here. Also, shout out to Randy Boo. He made this post about Mark Zuckerberg and his pivot. So saying Zuckerberg was a woke Democrat puppet, facilitated zombie virus misinformation. He cost people their health and lives. He interfered with the last election. He's a DEI evangelist. Remember, friends, this is, what is that? Diversity, equality, inclusion, which is a bunch of hocus pocus. I don't know if you've seen, guys, friends, there's a DEI video out here about this man.
Whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation.
So I think in this person out here, is she strong enough to do this? Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place.
If I have to carry him out of a fire.
So this is why everyone's basically laughing and pooping on these, because like this whole let's hire people just based on their gender thing is stupid now, because like now you have literally a fireman, I don't know what they are, but just, I don't know, you're making it confusing, okay? Fireman, woman thing saying, hey, if I can't carry you, sorry, you shouldn't have been in the fire, which is just like, that's basically their response to like, if you're not fit enough to carry a man, because just get over it, man. Men are just born with higher testosterone on average. Makes your bones stick up, makes your muscles more dense. Okay, we get it as well. Also, men on average have less empathy to other people than women. Like, just get over it, dude. It's just, okay, there's anomalies and stuff out here. I don't understand why everyone's just like cracking the shits out here. I think it's, you don't crack the shit. We all know what it's been like forever. I think it's just always like, it's always a fringe out here. They want to change stuff. Okay, bro, just go change something else, man. How about that? So, Cartwright, look at this. He removed Trump for the Meta platforms. He actually just removed the guy. Man, that is disgusting. Oh, man. And then what did he do? So Dana White assists Trump. So Dana White, from the UFC, he assisted Donald Trump in winning the election. So he got, I think, the Joe Rogan interview stuff. Now Donald Trump owes Dana one. And then now Cuck needs forgiveness for what he did. Cuck meets Trump at Mar-a-Lago. Trump repays his favor to Dana by getting his mate on the Facebook board. Dana tells Joe Rogan to interview Cuck and publicize the Cuck-based narrative. Mark Zuckerberg plays victim and says the Democrats force his hand. Now everyone is winning. So that's why fans are making some fun jokes out here. Like, Cuck as well. Also, shout out to Mr. Panos. He reveals that the Coconut Intelligence Agency, they had something called life logging, where they were basically like tracking humans, tracking all everyone to write about their lives from 1997. And then it stopped the day Facebook got released. It literally stopped. Which, just to let you know, that is 100%, that's what happens out there in the real world, just so you inform me. So the Coconut Intelligence Agency, did you know they actually invest in ICOs? Did you know that? They invest in citizen ICOs. One of them was Google. Just to let you know, so you're aware. So yeah, it's actually true. So they go around. What do they do? So they get funding and they go and they basically just want to see what the population's creating. So they're always ahead of the technology wave. Because remember, they've got all the UFO tech, but they want to understand like what are humans making next. That's how they find out. If you're making 0 point energy, you're dead. You're literally dead. Because you're going after $1 trillion industry. If you don't let them buy your patent, you are literally a dead person. I'm not exaggerating. There's been many people documented all over the world who refuse to sell the patent. They want to release it to the world to try to become a trillionaire and just release it to humanity or whatever. Actually, it's not you don't become a trillionaire. You're helping humanity because you're getting infinite energy from a liter of water and stuff out here. So that's how it works. The government actually does that, so they're aware of it, and because they want to know where we are up to, how slow we are with the technology increase. So they're always totally, and like, you know, when it comes to Google and Facebook, they'll definitely, when they come in, they go, oh, we got something similar. Here's the deal. Yeah, and that's what happened. Obviously, what's happened with Facebook is they already have this live logging thing. Mark Zuckerberg just had a new streamlined version of that was signing up a lot of people. And it's no surprise. Look at his background history and everything else out here that it ends up being the one that wins. Last but not least, friends, I want to show you this. Like, Elon Musk is even calling out the corrupt Estrogen Union. Former Estrogen Union Commissioner admits that the Estrogen Union, EU, was responsible for the cancellation of the elections in Romania. We did it in Romania and we will do it in Germany if necessary. So, Elon, tyrannical behavior. I'm just telling you, man, corruption everywhere. We all know they're corrupt. You got to hear the news a few times for it to get through your head, right? Corrupt Interpol, corrupt Estrogen Union, corrupt SEC. Nobody trusts these filthy governments. So where are we going from here, friends? I know when we talk about all these other news, just showing you the backdrop of these things out here. Remember, we are in the then they fight you phase. Okay, I made like how many thousands of videos in 2023, thousands of mentions, thousands of posts, many times. I told you. And by the way, I was writing this in 2022 in the bear market. Okay, so remember, first they ignored because Bitcoin was just a meme. Yeah, and then they laughed because now Bitcoin is 2011 to 2015 and 17 area. Now it is a cult. And then it hit mainstream. John McAfee, Bizanacci memes. The HODL meme comes out 2017 for Bitcoin and crypto. So remember, they were ignoring at the start. Now they're like laughing. Ha, ha, ha. Why? Because you all collapse. Remember Warren Buffett, friends. Warren Buffett, he said, oh, this is all going to have a bad ending for crypto. And then, friends, I'm not joking. I'm not making this up. I'm not exaggerating. I remember, do you know when crypto capitulated at the end of 2018, do you know when it capitulated? When Bitcoin and the crypto industry pooped the bed, capitulated in the bear market. You know, all over, even in Australia, there were Warren Buffett articles congratulating him on his prediction that crypto would crash. I promise. Okay, I promise. I remember waking up in the midst of this capitulation, and I remember them saying, all the articles are saying, well, Warren Buffett, he's still got it. He's right. Crypto is a scam. It is all trash. It is all fluff. Okay. And then you got to imagine, man, like all of this pump, like how, like the guy got it wrong, dude. Just sit down. You got it wrong. Stay in your own field. Like you got it really, really wrong. The crypto industry is now grown like, let me just show you how big, like how monstrously wrong were you to say it was over back then. The crypto industry was, if you check it out, 250 billion in size. So the industry is now 10 times bigger, but you can't, I'd say Warren Buffett and all the other people who suck off stocks. If I told you Apple was a sell at $10 and then 4 years later it's trading at $100, that's 10x higher. Would you think I'm right or wrong? Okay, you think I'm not just a bit wrong. You think I'm like, I can't be further from being the right answer. Okay, well, that's exactly what you did with crypto, by the way. You said it was a scam here, by the way, at 100 billion. Actually, friends, so it's actually worse. They said it was over at 100 billion. It's now 3.2 trillion. So I'm sorry, that's worse. So Apple stock doesn't go from 10 to 100 bucks. It goes from 10 to $320. Oh, that's how wrong they are, man. That's how monstrously wrong they are. And now we're in the then they fight you phase. Right before we win. But we are in the then they fight you phase. But that's why, friends, I never thought the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF would be given to us so early. I'm really suspicious about some of this stuff, man. We're in the then they fight you phase. You know we're in the then they fight you phase. You know they are. Well, how's it going to appear? We'll see. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.